If you've been paying attention to Wall Street, the chances are high that you've noticed that stocks are getting pummeled. The first 2 years of the new decade brought their own woes along with them. The coronavirus pandemic brought new challenges to the market, which in turn sparked a massive surge in speculative investing and crypto trading as the Federal Reserve took to its aggressive spending campaign. 2022 is bringing its own kind of turmoil to the stock market, with a conflict in Eastern Europe setting a backdrop for broad market losses. With investors looking at a potential recession in the coming months, many are wondering where to put their money. And as is now the norm thanks to the democracy of the cryptocurrency market, there are always cryptos to buy as a refuge. Recessionary periods are ripe for growth investments, presenting their own low-stake opportunities to get into hot markets. This way of investing is certainly not kind to the faint of heart. One needs to have a high tolerance for losses in order to stay in a growth investment for the long run. That tolerance is stretched thin in a bear market. But if you're one of those investors looking for a buy that can win big in the face of the impending economic turmoil, the crypto industry is another solid choice. Cryptocurrencies with high growth potential can be one of the best investments to make in the face of a possible recession. With that in mind, here are a number of them to consider buying in time for the incoming recession. Bitcoin. There are a few circumstances in which Bitcoin isn't considered great crypto to buy and hold on to, and now is certainly not one of them. A potential recession opens the door for Bitcoin investors to see some of the best returns they can get. Thus, Bitcoin is one of the best cryptos to buy in anticipation. We don't know when or in what form the big incoming recession will take, but we do know there are different ways to prepare for it today than there used to be. The old tried and true method for weathering a recession is through cash and high-quality dividend stocks with strong balance sheets. This method remains a great option, but so does investing in Bitcoin. Here's why Bitcoin, the world's best asset over the last decade, is also one of the best ways to combat a recession. Bitcoin was formed in the crucible of the US Great Recession. In response to the widespread failure of the traditional financial system, Bitcoin's anonymous founder or founders aimed to create a currency that people could trust and which would function without third-party intervention. They succeeded in creating a non-fungible store of value independent of any sovereign nation. Bitcoin is also inherently diversified. A US dollar in China is the same as a US dollar in France, but it's still the official currency of the US, meaning it comes with all the pros and cons of the US economy. What's more, it can be hard to obtain, store, and use in a capacity other than cash in many countries. Bitcoin is inherently diversified because it isn't subject to one economy's gain or loss. Rather, it represents wealth without borders. As was the case in 2008, recessions can ripple through countries with shared economic interests. Although the US, EU, Japan, and many other developed countries faced economic downturns in 2008, many of the world's developing countries actually expanded from 2007 to 2009. Outside of macro trends, Bitcoin's price can move based on regulation, environmental concerns, government crackdowns on mining, changes in institutional adoption, or any slew of factors. But again, these factors occur on a case-by-case basis, ensuring that Bitcoin's value isn't vulnerable to a singular event. For example, the US Securities and Exchange Commission is cracking down on cryptocurrency exchanges as Coinbase as it attempts to regulate crypto-related financial products. This news has a direct effect on the price of Coinbase stock. News like this can move the price of Bitcoin as well, but to a lesser degree, because Bitcoin's future doesn't depend on the regulatory policy of any one nation, even the US. ETHEREUM, ETHUSD. When it comes to cryptocurrencies with high growth potential, there's perhaps no better candidate in 2022 than Ethereum. The network is on the verge of its most significant upgrade, with a new revamped Ethereum network set to roll out in the coming months. There's no better buying opportunity than right now. The rise of NFTs, metaverses, and DeFi has played a crucial role in driving the value of the Ethereum blockchain over the past few years. The Ethereum network currently hosts over 3,000 dApps. With such a massive share of the total dApps market on its platform, Ethereum has positioned itself as a potential long-term investment option for investors. Thus, Ethereum is one of the best cryptos to buy in a recession. Ethereum is one of the most vital cryptos you can buy by far. It's preceded only by Bitcoin by market capitalization with a whopping $310 billion to its name. That's because it's undoubtedly the largest Layer 1 decentralized app or DApp platform in the world. The network hosts about 3,000 dApps. With such a massive share of the total DApp market on its platform, it's highly unlikely that Ethereum will be going away anytime soon. This holds especially true when you consider the circumstances these DApps are enduring currently. See, gas prices on Ethereum are a constant point of contention for users. The network can process fewer than 100 transactions per second. With 3,000 DApps, one can see where that becomes an issue. There's a constant bottleneck of transactions on Ethereum. Fees to process transactions then can become absurdly high. This has spawned different solutions like that of Layer 2 player Polygon or Matic USD. The reason DApps remain on this platform even in the midst of gas fee woes is because of the coming merge upgrade. For months now, Ethereum has been laying the groundwork for its biggest upgrade ever. It'll introduce proof of stake to the network to replace energy-consumptive proof of work. It'll also introduce sharding, which allows the network to break down data into more manageable pieces. The upgrade will help the network up its transactions per second to as high as 100,000. So why won't Ethereum be an attractive investment prospect in respect to the incoming recession? Solana, SOL-USD. Solana is not in the same league as Bitcoin nor Ethereum in terms of fundamentals. Its $26 billion market cap pales against the two industry giants, but it stands to be one of the best cryptos to buy in the wake of a recession because of its huge growth potential. The Solana network is its own Layer 1 DApp network, which makes it a direct competitor to Ethereum. It seeks to distance itself from Ethereum by making a name for itself as one of the highest scaling networks available. Today, the network is putting through nearly 3,000 transactions per second on average. Overall, developers say the network is capable of tens of thousands of transactions per second. They assert that the network can theoretically process 710,000 transactions at a time. Its performance is glaringly different from Ethereum, and its gas fees are much lower as a result, but its growth is where Solana really shines through. The network saw a massive influx of new users in 2021, and it's expected to continue this growth in 2022. The fall of last year saw a significant growth period for the network as non-fungible tokens or NFTs boomed in popularity. Solana was able to steal much of the market share from Ethereum thanks to users looking to dodge Ethereum's high gas fees. This market share comes with a jaw-dropping growth in its active users. In 2021, it passed 2 million active users in a given month for the first time ever. If Solana were to keep up this growth, it would be a very appealing growth play in 2022. Crypto has proven before to be a great way of protecting assets in times of economic turmoil, and that has not changed. But try to make the best choice amongst the available options. That's all for today, guys. Kindly like the video and leave a comment in the comment section if you have any questions. Turn on the notification bell for quick and important cryptocurrency updates such as this.